There are two kinds of pain in this world. Pain that hurts. Pain that alters.
Oh, Father, tell me, do we get what we deserve? Oh, we get...
Why do we force? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up.
And we're down.
Just giving up on me. Never.
No matter what, we never quit. People will be so close to a goal, 95% of the way there and have a bad day and then throw their hands, or a series of bad days. That's it, I quit, I'm done, You are not having a bad life, you're having a bad day.
It's hard to measure almost, because almost doesn't matter.
Lazy people do a little work and think they should be winning, but winners work as hard as possible and still worry if they're being lazy.
And the enemy is all your doubts, all your fears, and everyone you know back home that told you you weren't good enough to do this. Keep your head down no matter what, never quit, and you'll be just fine. Keep moving forward.
Spartans! Everything for your breakfast and eat hot. No mercy! But tonight, we dine in hell!
Because dying is the most alive you'll ever feel.
Ask any racer, any real racer. It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Be a dangerous man. Now, being dangerous is not being a threat. They're two different things. All right? And it's not about going out and lifting weights and getting a bunch of tattoos and wearing leather jackets and walking around with your chest and shoulders up, hulking around saying, I'm dangerous. That's very rarely is that a dangerous man. Often the most dangerous man in the room is the quietest man in the room.
And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Discipline your body, free your mind. Get up early and go. Get after it, and you will become the person you want to be. And you become that person through one small decision at a time.
You can't be a good man, a fully good man, if you're not a dangerous man. To be good is to do good to people, and sometimes doing good to people is protecting those people. It's protecting those people, protecting those around us. All right, these days I'm a laid back, mellow, middle-aged fella, and I kind of talk slow and easy, and I move slow and easy. All right, but you say one disrespectful thing to my wife in my presence, or I get a phone call from one of my daughters crying, I am not only willing, but I am able to inflict great bodily damage, and I will do so.
A wise man once told me there's only one rule in this world. A small question that drives all success. The more a man invests in that question, the more powerful that man will become. What's in it for me?
Do you know that the harder thing to do and the right thing to do are usually the same thing? Nothing that has meaning is easy. Easy doesn't enter into grown-up life.
Who are you when no one is watching? Are you the guy who's up before everybody else? Are you out at midnight, 1 a.m., grinding, putting in miles? Because it's what we do when no one is watching that'll separate the best from the rest.
I decided my push-ups bothered them, and they were the ones who were keeping me locked in a room, so I will do push-ups at them. I didn't do push-ups for me. I did push-ups at them endlessly. If I was awake, I was doing push-ups, or I was resting, preparing for my next set at them. It was my only weapon of defiance.
If the hunt is the hardest thing you've done, chances are you're gonna fail. My training is far more difficult than my hunts. For me, it's like, hey, whatever happens, happens. I'm ready. I know what my body can do. I know mentally I've forged an edge. I know I'm not gonna fail. I know I'm gonna be at my best because the training has enabled that.
Not a superhero movie. A man is unfairly imprisoned in a Romanian jail cell and trains so hard he emerges stronger than ever before. That is a movie. You get to live a movie as a man if all you had was some balls. Even you, think about your movie. You're literally saving the world, predicting the future. Our movies, I'm the most Googled man alive. We are living movie scripts. Why? Because we have bravery. Most men sit there and wonder why they're depressed because you don't get to live a movie. You're not the main character of anything. You're not even a secondary character in anyone else's movie. You're an unimportant nobody because you were afraid your entire life. You've lived like a coward your whole life. You were afraid of what might happen if you have some balls. I don't train because I want to get bigger. I train every day because it is difficult to train every day. It hurts. I don't want to. I wake up and I'm busy. I have other things to do. I don't feel like doing it, so I force myself to do it 7 days a week, 365 days a year, so that I know I'm the kind of person who can do what he doesn't want to do when it needs to be done. I am that man. And it's more of a mental exercise than a physical exercise at this point. How can you ever outcompete me if I can force myself to do the things I don't want to do and you cannot? Discipline is absolutely essential for success. These people who have lived with cowardice in an attempt to preserve their freedom aren't even free. And that's what they don't understand. They're enslaved worse than I ever have been or ever will be. My mind is free. I'm allowed to think what I want to think and say what I want to say. They have thoughts and they go, don't know if I should say that. They second guess themselves. They're their own worst enemy. Every single part of me is on my team. I have enemies who want me dead, fine. But every single part of me, my mind, my hands, my legs, every single part of me is on my team. My body doesn't second guess itself. My mind doesn't turn on itself. We don't break and self-sabotage. There's no civil wars inside of Andrew Tate. All of us against you.
Suffering, sacrifice connects to everything else, that it is an equation to success. You accept it as a necessary ingredient to get to the top. Why? Because most people are not willing to do it. Most people are not willing to put in the extra mile. Most people are not willing to put in the extra necessary labor. They're not willing to invest in themselves. They're not willing to go through the sacrifice or the potential loss. But when it's all said and done, you and I are gonna end up in the same place. We're gonna end up in the grave. So how risky is life? It's super risky. We're gonna die, right? That's the end game. So what is there truly to lose? Nothing. You just realize that it's part of the equation, and when you understand that everything connects to everything else, you begin to develop a complete mind. And a complete mind is a mind that lives in a state of sobriety. The state of sobriety gives you the opportunity to realize that you cannot be single focused. You cannot just be focused on winning. You cannot just be focused on making money. You need to develop a complete mind.
On your path to greatness, there are going to be long periods of time where you hate what you are doing, where you are dissatisfied with the actions you must undertake, where you are tired, where you are stressed. That is why it is difficult. That is why most people won't make it. If the path was easy, everybody would walk it and it would lead nowhere. 100 people start the path, 99 fall off because it is difficult, and the one person who makes it to the end gets to gold. If all 100 made it to the end and the gold was divided by 100, it wouldn't even be worth anything. The difficulty gives it value. The fact that it is difficult to do is the key component into the fact you want it in the first place. If it wasn't difficult, everyone would have it, and you wouldn't want it because no one would respect it. It's supposed to be hard. Life is supposed to be hard. You're supposed to think this is terrible. You're supposed to suffer and smile through the pain regardless. Discipline is the key to success in all realms as a man. And if you lack it, you stand no chance.
His wish was simple. The world will know that free men stood against a tyrant. Remember us.